Attention, duelists. Phoenix here, back with it again on a Master Duel Monday. No point faffing about. Let's get right into the watching, and the learning will come naturally. Alright, first match. Let's see if we get something cool. Some kind of pendulum deck. They set Mirror Force and pass. They might just die here. Opponent activates Toon Kingdom, banishes 3, sets 1 defense mode and passes. A slow roll, but the potential is there. Or not, as they just pass turn. Opponent's turn, they also just pass. We're off to a break-a-neck start. Also, I'm just noticing this now on Duelist B's icon. You can see through the person to see the clothes behind. Like they're transparent. I guess translucent. Weird. Player draws, passes. Opponent flips up Ash Blossom. Passes. What even is this game? Player sets Perform Pal, Smile Sorcerer, and Dragon Pit Magician in the Pendulum zones. Goes in for the Pendulum Summon. We're at turn 7, action starting. Summons White Wing, Dragon Pulse, and Perform Pal Odd Eye Synchron. Tributes them to summon Supreme King Dragon. Swings over Ash Blossom and Direct. Opponent activates Brain Control, targeting Supreme King Dragon. Then activates Comic Hand. Is going to use both monsters as link material to make Nightmare Phoenix. They discard another Toon Kingdom to get rid of the Smile Sorcerer, then activate Monster Reborn, bringing back their Ash Blossom. Then they're going to make a link 3, going into Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn is going to spin the Dragon Pit. They attempt to swing with Unicorn, opponent activates Mirror Force. Their board is cleared. Not a Toon card other than Comic Hand has been played. Player draws Stargazer Magician, sets Super Polymerization, passes turn. Replaces Toon Kingdom with Toon Kingdom, which banishes another 3 cards. Player draws Supreme King Gate 0. Passes turn. Opponent passes. This match is boring. Player draws Amazing Pendulum, activates it, which adds Dragon Pulse Magician, White Wing Magician back to the hand. They normal summon White Wing, they swing direct. I had high hopes for this match when it started, and they have been dashed against the rocks. Mayhaps round 2, match 2, will be more entertaining. We have a hero player, it looks like. They go right into the Fusion Destiny. Sending away Denier and Malicious to make Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Hello, Crocky. So, the reason I call this series Watch and Learn was more because when it started out, it was after I was coming off of a long break from Yu-Gi-Oh! So it was more so to watch and learn just how other cards were played that I didn't know. And I really should restart this as more of a, I don't know, watch and commentate. Watch and shot call. The name is whatever, but until I can think of an actual clever one for it, I'm just going to continue to call it Watch and Learn. Player banish Malicious to summon a Malicious, then use Denier to summon itself. No, my mistake. They banish Malicious to summon Malicious, they normal summon Shadow Mist, then use the 2 to make Cross Crusader. Shadow Mist effect will activate in the graveyard, and Cross Crusader will use its effect to summon Denier. Denier is brought back to the field. Shadow Mist adds a Vion to the hand. Denier will then add Malicious back to the deck. Obelisk the Frogentor. I haven't seen an Obelisk Frog deck since I was in high school. DPE destroys itself and Mask Change, which will just get itself in the graveyard to dodge a Droplet. Dark Angel is sent to the graveyard and sent to the opponent's field. DPE summons itself back to the field. He immediately goes into the Max C. His opponent is going to use Dark Angel as a Link 1 material for Relinquished Anima. He's going to, before he can use its effect, DPE will destroy itself and the Anima. Yeah, I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was called by to banish the DPE. Played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! More when I was in high school and first years of college, but then took a long break away from physical games and Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Ooh, I was playing Fluanderies, that's gross. And coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh! With Master Duel has been super helpful. Been nice to see all the new cards that have been added to the game since my absence. Dark Angel will banish itself and Malicious. Uses Ferris' effect, pitching Vion to summon itself, placing Increase in the spell trap zone. Increase will tribute Ferris to summon itself and a Vion from the deck. Lion will send away Shadow Mist. He draws Liquid Soldier. Lion will then banish Cross Crusader to add a Polymerization to hand. Uses Polymerization, fusing Increase with Liquid Soldier, making Elemental Hero Sunrise. Liquid Soldier and Sunrise will activate their effects. Sunrise going first is the smart, or being chained 2 is the better part. The way he doesn't accidentally draw Miracle Fusion, just adds it. Liquid Soldier will let him draw 2, pitch 1, which will be called by, then uses Miracle Fusion, targeting Liquid Soldier and Shadow Mist. Swings with Absolute, swings with Vion, swings with Dark Law, and Sunrise for gain. Sure. I'm willing to take a look at the old Obelisk the Frog Mentor. Never particularly cared for the social setup of Master Duel. So then we'll move on to the next one. Players using the token collected background is playing Skull Servants. Sets White Baking and passes. Hang on a second. Why is he running Jet Synchron when he has no extra deck? His opponent summons Pickery, the Adignister, and as is Fighting Spirit. The card is then linked off to make Dark Infant Ignister, which adds Island to hand. It then activates I Meet You, which reveals the Phoenix and adds Aichichi Ignister. Activates Island, which will summon the Aichichi. Adds Doyon to hand. Aichichi and Dark Infant are going to be linked off to make Cyber's Wicked. Island will let him summon the Doyon for making a Dark Link monster. Cyber's Wicked and Doyon will activate their effects. Doyon Link 2, Cyber's Link 1. Picari Ignister is added back to hand through Doyon. Cyber's Wicked will add Bururu Adignister. The Skull Servant does have the potential to actually be able to swing over the I can't remember the name of the top of my head. The giant Cybers monster. Or giant Ignister monster. Baru is summoned. Transcode Talker is going to use its effect to bring back the Wicked. All three are going to be linked off. Make Dark Templar at Ignister. Hikari is summoned through the effect of Island. I'll make a Dark Infant at Ignister again. Dark Templar uses effect, and Dark Infant as link 2. Dark Infant will be able to slide itself to the side, which will clear space for Dark Templar to summon back 3 at Ignisters. Makes Hikari and Chi-Chi turn into Splash Mage. Splash Mage will target Hikari, summon it back. Hikari and Baruru are going to sync off to make Wind Pegasus at Ignister. Baruru will then summon back Hikari. Hikari, Templar, and Splash Mage are going to make the Arrival Cybers at Ignister. He'll then activate the Idol Reborn to bring back Gachiri. Then activate Fighting Spirit. He summons back the Dark Templar. The Arrival will activate its effect. But Gachiri and the Wind Pegasus will then go in to make an update jammer. Is he going for the giant access code talker, actually? Arrival, update jammer, and splash are all going to make access code talker. He is. Access code talker is going to target the Arrival Ignister, which will get it 8300. Update jammer lets it attack twice. Dark Templar will swing over White Baking, destroying it. White Baking and Dark Templar will activate their effects. White Baking will add a White Princess to hand, and a White Mare. Allow him to discard White Prince. Dark Templar will summon back the Wind Pegasus. White Prince will pitch a Skull Servant and the Lady in White from hand. Attempts to swing with Access Code Talker, he'll pitch White Princess, but it will not be enough to make a difference. 8300 directly to the face. An unfortunate matchup for the Skull Servant. If it was just playing the Arrival Ignister, he would have stood a chance, but instead he was going for the Giant Access Code. Alright, we have a Floowandereeze player. Disgusting. Activate Pot of Duality. Looking at the top 3, Rubina, Terraforming, and Magnificent Map. They have the map to hand. Activate Pot of Prosperity. Banish 6. Look at the top 6. Blossom, Vanities. Trap card, Apex Avian. Another Rubina. Cross out. Adds Vanity's Emptiness. This is gross. They activate the map. Reveal the Eagle. Send away the Rubina. Summon the Eagle. Rubina's effect chains to the Eagle summon. Rubina adds itself back to the hand. Eagle adds M-Pen to hand. Summons Rubina. Rubina adds Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Tributes both his birds for the M-Pen. Eaglin chained to M-Pen summon. Eaglin goes back to hand. M-Pen adds Floowandereeze and the Dreaming Town. Summons Barrier Statue of Stormwinds, sets the Vanities and the Dreaming Town. Opponent activates Lightning Storm. Chains Dreaming Town to the activation, which will summon the Eaglin. He does wipe the back row. Eaglin's effect will go off, and will chain to the Rubina. Rubina goes back to hand. Eaglin adds Apex Avian to hand. Rubina will then summon, adding the Stree to hand, and then both be attributed for Apex Avian. Eaglin will go back to hand. Player summons Dogmatica Ecclesia, then activates Triple Tactics Talent. Apex Avian will chain its effect to negate the Triple Tactics. Player moves to battle. Ecclesia swings over the Barrier Statue of Stormwinds, goes to main 2, reveals Gizmek Orochi. Banishes 7 to summon itself. Then they're going to sync off Ecclesia him and to make Geomathmech Final Sigma. Passes turn. Geomathmech is unaffected by non-Mathmech cards. This could be what he needs. Summons the Eaglin, which will chain to Ravina. Said that a few times this game, and I'm already sick of it. Ravina goes back to hand. Eaglin will add a card to hand, which will be another Rise of the Mega Monarch. Summons Ravina. Will add a Toucan to hand. Summons Stree, who will banish his opponent's Ecclesia. Then summons Apex Avian, attributing Stree and Ravina. Sets Cross out, passes turn. He cannot get over Geomathmech. Moves straight to battle, swings with the Mathmech over the Eagle. 4,400. Passes turn. Player draws Infinite Impermanence. Summons Toucan. Ravina and Eaglin will both chain. No, sorry. Toucan targets Ravina, Eaglin chains. Both are added back to hand. Player summons Stree, banishes Gizmek Orochi, then tributes both his monsters for Rise of the Mega Monarch. Targets Geomathmech Final Sigma. Toucan will go back to the hand. Ryza cannot bounce the Sigma. Stumbled over my words there for a second. Moves into battle. Sigma swings over Apex Avian. Low player not even turning his monsters to defense mode. A bold move and one that he will suffer for. Draws Pot of Prosperity and activates it. Banishes 6. Cross out Ravina, Dreaming Town, Veiler, Ash Blossom. Adds Dreaming Town to hand. Plays Eaglin in face down defense, sets a Dreaming Town and Imperm, passes. He will tribute his opponent's Mega Monarch to summon a Godarla. He will swing over the M-Pen, and his Godarla will swing over the opponent's Eaglin. Player activates Dreaming Town, which will summon Eaglin. Stree and Eaglin will chain to the summon, both going back to the hand for the banish zone. Player will then activate Triple Tactics Talent, and opponent will chain Imperm because it's in the same column. This will negate the Triple Tactics Talent. Unfortunate placement of the spell. Player then activates Gizmek Orochi again, a new one, banishing 7 to summon itself in defense mode. Then he's going to overlay his Godarla with Gizmek Orochi to make Dingirsu the Orchest of the Evening Star. He'll use that to send away his opponent's Triple Tactics Talent. Then he's going to further overlay into number 84, Pain Gainer. So we'll use Pain Gainer's effect to get rid of both monsters in the opponent's field. Then Pain Gainer is going to continue moving into number 77, the Seven Sins. This guy's playing a really original deck. Player summons Flanders and Stree, targeting M-Pen. Eaglin will chain to the summon. Eaglin goes back to the hand. M-Pen is banished. Player summons Toucan. Toucan will return M-Pen to the hand. Both monsters are tributed for Rise of the Mega Monarch. Mega Monarch will attempt to bounce number 77. Flanders and Stree will chain to the effect, returning itself to the hand. 77 is bounced. Player sets a Pot of Prosperity, passes turn. Player activates Feather Duster, wiping out the Pot of Prosperity. Then activates Sage de Fleur. Would destroy 2 cards, but Geomathmech is unaffected by other cards' effects. Mathmech swings direct for game. There you have it, folks. Easy way to get past Flanders. Play Geomathmech Final Sigma. Go on to the next match. Another Flanders player. How upsetting. Player activates Flanders and the Unexplored Winds. Also a magnificent map. Sends away an Eaglin. Summons Ravina. Chains Eaglin to it. Eaglin goes back to hand. Ravina adds a Bear Statue of Stormwinds to hand. Player summons Eaglin. Opponent chains infinite impermanence. Good call. Eaglin is negated. He will not add an M-Pen to hand. Instead, he will just normal summon a Barrier Statue of Stormwinds. Set an Imperm and pass. Player activates Lightning Storm. Opponent chains a Max C. Player will chain an Ash Blossom. This could be just the reversal he needs to get through this Floowandereeze board. Max C is negated by the Ash Blossom. Lightning Storm will resolve, wiping out all the monsters. Player then summons... Ooh, he summons the Evil Twin Kiss a Kill, which will be negated by the Imperm. He then activates Secret Password. This will add a Live Twin Sunny Snitch to hand. Player activates the Sunny Snitch. This adds a Live Twin Lila Treat. Treat can summon herself, and now he can go off into the Evil Twin plays, linking them both off to make Evil Twin Kiss a Kill. Kiss a Kill will use its effect to bring back the Lila Treat. The Treat and Kiss a Kill will then be linked off to make Evil Twin Lila. Lila will then use her effect to bring back the Kiss a Kill. Kiss a Kill's effect on someone will allow a player to draw a card because of the Evil Twin Lila is on the field. Then both will be linked off to make Evil Twins Trouble Sunny. Trouble Sunny will use its effect, sending itself to the graveyard to summon Lila and Kiss a Kill. Lila's effect will activate, destroying the unexplored winds. Wild. Both the twins will swing direct. Then during the main phase 2, he will re-link them off to make another Trouble Sunny. I'm gonna stumble over these names a lot. I should know this better, I play them. Player draws the Dreaming Town. With no monsters, it will not pay off for him. You use Trouble Sunny effect to summon back both the twins. Both their effects will activate, destroying the card he had just set and allowing the Evil Twin player to draw a card. Dreaming Town is destroyed. Evil Twin player draws for turn. Activates another Sunny Snitch, adding a Kiss Kill Frost to hand. He will summon a Lila, and then special summon the Frost. Then link off to make an Access Code Talker. Access Code will gain 2,000, targeting the Kiss Kill's material. Lila will summon back Kiss Kill, allowing him to draw a card. Then the twins will make the third Trouble Sunny of the game. Access swings direct for 43, and Trouble Sunny swings direct for game. Always happy to see Floowandereeze lose, and even happier when it's a deck that I like playing. I enjoy the twins. Looks like we have someone playing the starter deck. Opponent activates Dimensional Fissure, sets one back row, passes turn. I feel like the starter deck is just going to pass their turn completely. They did just that. Opponent also ends turn. If this goes on, I will just pass on watching this game. Player goes through all the phases, discards one, which is banished by Dimensional Fissure, passes the opponent. The opponent passes turn also. I am not going to watch this one because there's nothing to comment on. Alright, here we go. We have another twin player with Lancia and a bunch of hand traps. Player summons Lila, which will summon Kiss a Kill. Both are linked off. Make Evil Twin Kiss a Kill. Evil Twin will bring back the Lila. Both link off to make Evil Twin Lila. Lila will then summon back Kiss Kill, allowing the player to draw a card, which will be a Sunny Snitch. Then we'll link off the twins to make Trouble Sunny. Player passes turn. They have an Ash Blossom and a Ghost Bell in hand. I'm gonna have to read this. Player summons Magical Musketeer Starfire, and then will activate a Magical Musketeer Desperado in the same column. During either player's turn, you can Starfire's effect allows him to activate magical musket spells and traps from his hand. If a spell trap is activated in this card's column, you can special summon a level 4 or lower magical musket monster from your deck in defense position who is not Starfire. You notice this effect once per turn. So that is how he's able to activate Desperado from the hand. Desperado's effect allows it to target face a card of the field and destroy it. Let's see what he does. Player will chain Trouble Sunny's effect to the activation of Desperado. Oh, but his opponent has Called By to banish Trouble Sunny from the graveyard. But the player chains the Ghost Spell on Haunted Mansion to the Called By to negate that. Ghost Spell negates Called By. Trouble Sunny effect will resolve, summoning Kill and Lila. Desperado fizzles. Starfire's effect to summon will still activate because the card was activated in her column, but the Lila and Kill's effects on summon will activate. Magical Musketeer Cross Domination will activate in response to the activation of these effects. Target one face monster on the field, make its attack and defense 0, and its effects are negated. He's attempting to negate the effect of Lila to destroy a card. This will resolve. Cross Domination prevents Lila from resolving. He will just draw one for Kiss to Kill. Starfire will then summon the Magical Musketeer Doc. Doc is then going to be linked up to make Magical Musketeer Max, based on Max Free Shooter. Max effect will attempt to activate to add a Magical Musket spell traps to the hand. Player will chain Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring to that to negate. Monsters on board are bigger than the Evil Twin, so Max will swing over the Lila with 0/0, and Starfire will swing over Kiss a Kill. This is an action patch match. Player passes turn. It's the Evil Twin player's turn again. They activate Secret Password. Player activates Magical Musket Last Stand to negate the activation of a spell or trap. Secret Password was probably a bait, but Starfire will summon out Magical Musketeer Caspar. Trouble Sunny will banish itself, send away Evil Twins, Kill Lila to send Magical Musket Max to the graveyard. Caspar will add a spell trap to hand because the card is activated in its column, which was Sunny Snitch, which they will use to add card to hand. They summon Lila, who brings out a Kiss Kill, then special summon a Frost by its own effect. They make Link Disciple and Link Devotee using both of the twins. Devotee's effect will be chained to a Magical Musketeer Desperado again, which is targeting the Link Disciple. Desperado will destroy Link Disciple. Devotee's effect will fizzle. Devotee and Frost will then be linked together to make Evil Twin Kiss Kill. Kiss Kill will summon back Lila. Lila will destroy Starfire. Then we'll tribute both to summon Evil Twins Kiss Kill and Lila from the graveyard, which is 4400 Beat Stick. It swings over Caspar, passes turn to the opponent. Musket player draws for turn. They summon another Starfire, take damage due to Sunny Snitch. Starfire then links off to make a new Magical Musketeer Max. Take more damage. Max attempts to use its effect to add a Magical Musket spell trap, which it does, which is Cross Domination. Frost will use its effect in the graveyard when his opponent draws a card to banish itself and attempt to draw one. Player changed an Ash Blossom to that, because when else will he? Player activates Cross Domination, turning Evil Twins Kiss Kill and Lila's attack to 0. Max swings over them for 1000. Passes turn. Evil Twin player's turn, they draw Secret Password. Activate Secret Password to add a new Sunny Snitch to hand. Activate Sunny Snitch. Add Evil Twin Kiss Kill to hand. Summon her, which will in turn summon Lila. He will link them both off to make Lila. Lila will use her effect to summon a Kiss Kill from the grave, which will allow player to draw a card, which is another Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. Then it will link off both twins to make Trouble Sunny. Battle phase. Sunny swings over Max. Sunny will then tribute herself to summon back one of each twin. During the battle phase, both the twins swing direct for another 2200 points of damage combined. Main phase 2, he will relink both the twins off. to make another Trouble Sunny. Passes turn to the Musket player. Musket player sets 1. Trouble Sunny will use her effect, tributing herself to summon back one of each twin. Lola will destroy the card that was just set. Kiss Kill will allow him to draw a card. The card he draws is Crossout Designator. The card he destroyed was Solemn Warning. Passes turn, player draws for turn. Tributes both the twins to summon Evil Twin, Kiss Kill, and Lola with 4400. Attacks directly for gain. Evil Twins wins over Magical Musketeers. Now that's a game I can comment on. Much better than just watching players pass turn. We have Dogmatica Shadal. What are they going up against? I summon Shadal Wendy. Sorry, Nil Shadal Ariel. I'm making up cards now. Link it off into Salaman Great Almirage. Cannot speak today. Almirage will then link off further into Secure Gardna. Gardna's effect will activate. Dogmatica Ecclesia will chain, summoning herself and adding Dogmatica Maximus to hand. Maximus will then use its effect, banishing the Almirage, summon itself, then use its on-field effect, banishing 2 cards from the extra deck to banish 2 cards from the opponent. Sorry, to send 2 cards from the extra deck to send 2 cards from the opponent's extra deck. Player sets 2 back row, opponent chains the Griffin Rider to summon it. The Titanic Cloud they sent away will add a Dogmatic Ecclesia the Virtuous to hand. Player activates Water and Trench of the Temple, banishing her from the hand to attempt to set and activate a Red Bear's Mirror. Player activate Shadal Schism, which will fuse Ariel and Shadal Beast to make El Shadal Winda. Water Enchantress will add a Red Bear's Mirror to hand. They will then activate the Red Bear's Mirror to summon the token and activate Fateful Adventure. Then they activate Pacifist the Phantasm City. The token will swing over the Ecclesia. They set 3 back row and pass. Player draws Lightning Storm for turn. Maximus will attempt to use its effect. Player will chain Wandering Griffin Rider. Fleur de Lis the Knighted will activate her effect, chaining response. And Fists of the Unrivaled Tenny will chain to that. Fists will negate the Fleur de Lis. Griffin Rider will resolve, going back in the deck to negate and destroy Maximus. Player will then summon the Dogmatica Ecclesia. In response to this, the Fateful Adventure will equip the Draco back to the Adventurer token. Player activates Pot of Prosperity, only going for 3, and they will get Alistair the Invoker. Wanda will attempt to swing over the Fateful Adventure token, but Fateful Adventure will prevent it from being destroyed. Hang on a tick. Yes, Fateful Adventure will... First time monster you control equipped with an equipped spell would be destroyed by battle. So that is how the Adventure token stays on the field. Player will attempt to use Dracoback's effect. Player will chain Shadal Schism, which will fuse the Apcalone and the Dogmatica Ecclesia to make El Shadal Construct. Dracoback will bounce the Winda to the extra deck. Opponent will activate Skill Drain. Skill Drain will resolve. Construct effect does not go off. Player activates Fossil Dig to add Megalomasher X to hand. They summon the Megalomasher, and Phantasm City will respond by adding Phantasmal Spiral Grip to hand. They'll equip the Phantasmal Spiral Grip to the Megalomasher, giving it 500 extra attack, and allow it to special summon a Phantasm Spiral Dragon from the deck. Spiral Dragon will attempt to swing over the El Shadal construct. Player activates Sea Stealth Attack. Player activates Alistair the Invoker to give it increased attack points. Sea Stealth Attack will activate to just destroy the construct. Adventure token swings over Dogmatica Ecclesia. Passes turn. Looks like the Phantasm player has this one pretty well under control. Player uses Schism effect to fuse Alistair and Construct. to make Winda. Her effect is negated by a skill drain. Fleur de Lis will summon herself because when X-Drag is on the field. Winda will attempt to swing over Megalomasher, but it will bounce away to see stealth attack. Both monsters will swing over the adventure token, which will destroy it this time. Fateful Adventure can only protect it once per turn. Megalomasher returns to the field. Player summons a new Megalomasher. On summon, Phantasmal Spiral Battle is added to hand, which they will activate from the hand and destroy Fleur de Lis with it. They banish the Spiral Battle to boost the attack of Megalomasher. Phantasm Dragon will attack directly, as will the second Megalomasher for game. Phantasm wins out over Dogmatica Shadal. Alright, we have a Blackwing player running Phantom Knight's rank up magic as well. Opponent activates Unexpected Die, summons Alexandrite Dragon. Player activates Trade In, pitching a Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, drawing 2, sets 1 in defense, passes turn. Player draws Blackwing Simone, the Poison Wind, activates the effect of a Simone to pitch a Simone. Opponent activates Max C. Max C will resolve, as will Simone, setting a Black Whirlwind. Simone is summoned. This will add a Ulster to the hand. Summon Ulster. Armatar will add to hand. Player summons Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. Mixed Blackwing Folding Armor Master also summons Blackwing Vora the Spear. Gale will half the attack of Alexandrite Dragon, then link off with Vora to make Blackwing Tamer Obsidian Hawk Joe. Joe will summon back Simone the Poison Wind. Ulster will banish itself to set a wedge counter on the field. Armor Master will take control of the Alexandrite Dragon with the wedge token. All Blackwing monsters swing, destroying a Dark Exiled Fusion and dealing significant damage directly. During the end phase, Armor Master will destroy the Alexandrite Dragon due to having a wedge counter. Player takes 1,000. Opponent summons Tribe Infecting Virus. Declares Winged Beast. Player attempts to use Tribe Infecting Virus again. Clearly not reading the effect of his monsters on the field. That keeps them protected, such as full Armor Masters unaffected by other cards' effects. Player activates the Melody of Awakening. Adds a Blue Eyes White Dragon and a alternate dragon to hand. Activates another Melody of Awakening, pitching the Joyspring Ash Blossom. Adds an Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon and a Blue Eyes White Dragon to hand. Reveals the Blue Eyes White Dragon to hand to summon Alternative Dragon. Activates Ancient Rules to summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Goes to battle. Alternate and Armor Master crash. Blue Eyes swings over Joe, and Infecting Virus will swing direct. Player draws Zephyros the Elite, summons it, crashes into Infecting Virus, passes turn. Blue Eyes player draws for turn, tributes Blue Eyes to summon Advanced Dragon, activates Return of the Dragon Lords to bring back Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Odd Eyes Advance swings direct, and as does Alternative White Dragon for game. Blue Eyes wins out over Blackwing. Should not have taken the Maxi challenge that hard. Another hero player. Opponent is playing Dark Magician, activates Magician Souls, pitching a Dark Magician Girl. To summon Dark Magician Girl. Activates Sage of Stone to summon a Dark Magician for having a Dark Magician Girl on the field. Activates Eye of Timaeus, turning Dark Magician into Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Normal summons Magician Souls. A respawn. Links off Magician Souls into Linkuriboh. Passes turn to the hero player. Hero player draws Mask Change. Summon Stratos. Stratos effect, add Shadow Mist to hand. Player uses Ferris effect, discarding Shadow Mist to summon Ferris. Shadow Mist effect will chain to Ferris effect. Shadow Mist adds Denier to hand. Ferris will set Increase. Increase tributes Ferris to summon itself and set Vion to the field. Vion loses its effect, sending away a Malicious. Vion will then banish Ferris to add Polymerization to hand. Malicious in the grave will banish itself to summon a Malicious. Player activates Polymerization. Using Denier and Malicious to make DPE, Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Increase in Vion will then link off to make Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader will target Denier, summoning itself back. Denier will return a Malicious from the graveyard to the deck. Cross Crusader will tribute Denier to add Liquid Soldier to hand. Cross Crusader and Stratos are then going to make Wonder Driver. Denier will banish itself, return itself to the field for controlling a Destiny hero. Wonder Driver will set Polymerization. DPE will destroy itself. 1 second, did he not read the dragon? Yep, DPE attempted to destroy the back row, did not read that Dark Magician the Dragon Knight protects all back row. Yeah, Malicious was really strong when it came out and people were able to use him for... Was he used in Teledad? I think he was. I was not playing competitive when Teledad came out, thank God. But I've heard stories. Hero player does not read cards, did not know back row is protected, destroyed DPE for no gain. Player then used Polymerization, fusing Denier and Liquid Soldier to make Sunrise. Sunrise and Liquid Soldier activate the effects in the incorrect order. You should go Liquid Soldier chain 1, Sunrise chain 2, because if Liquid Soldier draws the Miracle Fusion on its own, Sunrise's effect just fizzles and you get nothing for it. Liquid Soldier draws Mask Change and Ferris. Sunrise adds Miracle Fusion, activates Miracle Fusion, fusing Liquid Soldier with Cross Crusader to make Absolute Zero. You can still come back with a Mask Change. Then going to activate Super Polymerization, pitching a Mask Change to fuse Absolute Zero and Wonder Driver to make The Shining. This doesn't feel like the right move. Absolute Zero's effect will go off, wiping his opponent's monsters. The Shining will swing direct. He'll use Honest Neos to give it 2,500 extra attack points. Then Sunrise will swing direct for game. Hero player did win, but he did fumble the plays a bit. I don't think he won because of DPE at all, actually. I think DPE was unnecessary. It could have cleared an actual card, but with the Absolute Zero play, he was still able to win. Hero cards. Some are good, some are bubble, man. Alright, we have a Dark Lord Despia player this time around. Player summons Albert, Jester of Despia, adds Theater to the Branded. I do agree with you on that one. DP is too strong to be... Well, I can't even say it's generic because it does require... Come here, extra deck. You have DP, right? There it is. It requires a level 6 or higher hero monster and a Destiny hero monster. So it does require you at least to be having hero cards in your deck, but because of cards like Fusion, Destiny, and Verte just being able to be slotted into anything, it being able to go into any deck does make it generic accessible. If it weren't for Fusion Destiny, however, DPE would be harder to get out unless you're playing a more Destiny hero focus. No, I can't even say that, because DPE is easy to get out if you're just running heroes, because of cards like Malicious being level 6. There's also Plasma. Dynatag I'm pretty sure is 5. So, level 6 or higher hero monsters, you could read that as it has to be a hero fusion monster. Yeah, Celestial and Dasher in generic. If it weren't for the cards that are being used being Celestial and Dasher, I don't think it would be as much of a problem. Because when you're running an actual hero deck, the cards you'd want to use for Fusion Destiny would usually be Denier and Malicious, which only really help you if you're playing the full hero package, as opposed to Celestial, which is a Pot of Greed, and Dasher, which is a free special summon on draw. So Celestial and Dasher are a big part of the problem, whereas you look at actual hero decks, Celestial and Dasher don't come up. Yeah, you're right. It's just a banish to add to, so it's not even losing from the hand. Celestial is just better. So looking at the full, let's say you just play Fusion Destiny. You play Fusion Destiny, so you go -1. Then you have the potential for Celestial, which is a +2, so you're already +1. But Fusion Destiny goes into DPE, so it is the +2, with the potential for a special summon on draw from Dasher. So it's at least a +2 just from playing Fusion Destiny. And then there's DPE itself, which is non-targeted destruction removal. What strategy have you been thinking of, Respawn? While you tell me your tale, I'll go back to narrating this match. Player activates Despia, Theater of the Branded. A Dark Zombie Xyz that has 7 material. The first Dark Zombie Xyz I think of is Frankenstein, or Zombie Stein. Though how you would attach 7 materials to him, I don't know, because he's a rank 8. Opponent sets 3 back row, activates, Perform Pal, pop her up. Discards Abyssal Designator. Sets 2 more back row, passes turn. Dark Zombie Xyz. There's also the zombie ones, like Zombie Knight Braum. Zombie Dragonlord, player activates Banishment of the Dark Lords. Opponent chains Destruction of Destiny. And Fairy Wind. Oh, so this guy's playing a self-destruct. I can't remember what it was, but there was a Ghost Trick. I can't even say it was Ghost Trick. I feel like it was using like the Phantom Knight's engine as a way to turbo out Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief. And it was a one-turn KO. They did manage to pull it off, but I can only imagine how many tries it took them to do it, because I don't think their opponent played any hand traps to interrupt. Opponent activates Destructive Draw. Has 2 Fairy Winds active. Ash Blossom will negate the Destruction of Destiny. Fairy Wind will wipe out spells and traps. Both players take 1500, then dual speed takes 3000. Destructive Draw deals an extra 2000. Self-destruction complete. Underworld and Reprocus. It's not impossible. That could work. There's the Utopic Sage card I want to think that adds a rank up to the hand, right? If it's used as Xyz material. Hey, Life Twins. Third time tonight, at least. Player activates Secret Password. Adds Life Twin Home to hand. Activates Sunny Snitch. Adds Lila. Summon Lila. Which will summon a Frost from the deck. Both link off to make Kiss a Kill. Kiss Kill brings back Lila. Lila and Kiss Kill will link off to make Evil Twin Lila. Lila will then bring back Kiss Kill. Will allow the player to draw a card, which is Nibiru. Celine could be tricky because she would require you to have spells either actively on the field or in the graveyard at the time of summon. So the play is not impossible, it would just require significant setup. Assault will definitely help you get the equip cards, or the spell cards in the graveyard, which is further Celine. Opponent activates Melody of Awakening Dragon, pitching a Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon to add a Blue Eyes, standard and alternate to hand. Frost will then use its effect, banishing itself to draw a card, which is Radiant. Player activates 2 Soul Absorptions, reveals the Blue Eyes in hand to summon Alternate Dragon. Soul dumps 4. Soul dumps 4, summons Armageddon. Armageddon pitches Summoner Monk. Then use Armageddon and a Soul to make Celine. Celine has enough tokens to be able to summon back Summoner Monk. That does sound like it should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Check these cards out more after the match. Abyss Dragon will banish itself to bump up the alternate dragon. The Soul Absorption is going to activate. Trouble Sunny pitches itself to summon back the twins. Two warrior monsters on the field. What about the following the line of play that the it's like the Ignite Fusion first turn OTK play with Cyberstein uses. I know the Ignites, I'm pretty sure they're all warriors. And so using them as pendulum setup to get themselves on the field, and they're able to make a sold, who then also brings out Reproticus. Player activates another Melody of Awakening, discards Blue Eyes, adds a Blue Eyes and a new Alt Dragon. Player draws return, draws Secret Password. Trouble Sunny activates its effect, sending itself to the graveyard to send away a Soul Absorption, and sending Evil Twins kiss field to the graveyard. Both the blue twins, Link off to make another Trouble Sunny. Phantom Knights could work because if you make Break Sword and then use his effect to destroy himself, if both those materials were Phantom Knights, you can summon them back as level 4s. Player reveals Blue Eyes to summon Alt Dragon. Sunny Snitch does some burn. Attempts to use Alt Dragon's effect to banish. Player chains Effect Veiler. Alt Dragon's effect is negated. Trouble Sunny uses its effect again. That should work. I think Tarnish Scale is at 2 though. So you would need to run more Phantom Knights cards to be able to guarantee you're able to search out Tarnish Scales with Rotoskull at 1. And you're already using a Sold for Armageddon Knight. Player summon the twin, pop the Alt Dragon. Next turn, make a new Trouble Sunny. Swing direct during the battle phase. Use Sunny's effect, tribute itself. Bring out the twins during the battle phase. Swing for extra 2200 points of damage. And swing with Baby Treat for game. Let's take a look at all this madness and see what all we would need. So, sold. Armageddon Knights at 1. Let's put these at 1s for now. That's not how you spell that. Ah, torn scales, not tarnished scales. So I'll put him at 2 just because he's required. And what was the other one? Boots. Social Fam Knight, summon him. For optimization, we'll put that at 3. So we have discarding a Phantom Knights card to the deck, except Phantom Knights. So we need to discard a Searcher. Discard, target one on the grave. Not you. Actually, it's any Phantom Knights card. So where's Cloak? Yes. So Cloak. 3, because why not? Protocus. There's Utopia. Oh. If it weren't for Armageddon Knight needing to send Summoner Monk for Celine, then you could have it send Necroworld Banshee, which would get you Zombie World. That's Astral Force. Alright, Summoner Monk brings out Solitaire. Let's wipe this out for simplicity's sake. So Summoner Monk into Solitaire. Then Solitaire summons out Unizombie. Discard tribute 1 time monster, special 1 zombie 2 with 0 defense from your deck. Alright, so there's Zombie, or Unizombie. Unizombie's effect, target fits on the field, discard 1 card, increase the load, you can target fits on the field. Summon zombies from deck to the graveyard. There's Necro World into Zombie World. Utopia, C39, and the Lightning. There's some Steady Climb. So Unizombie dumps Necro World. That's how you get your Zombie World. So let's say that you opened with Summoner Monk, summoned it, turned to defense mode, pitch a card to get Solitaire out. Solitaire, then if you tribute a zombie, which would be itself at this point, because we're assuming you only have Summoner Monk on the field, that gets out Unizombie. Use the Unizombie's effect, buff it up to level 4, which sends away Necro World. You can make ZS Utopic Sage. Discard 2 materials from this card, plus someone one. So that makes Utopic Sage. Attach 2 materials, special one ZW or ZS monster from your deck. You can only attack with number monsters. That's important. You can only attack with number monsters for the rest of the turn after you do this. If you use Utopic Sage's effect. And that can summon a ZW or a ZS. You don't count Buzzsaw. That's not a Utopia, so Vanish Sage doesn't matter. There's Angel. There's Alucard. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I don't even know what card that is. I can tell you right now, I just looked up Ghost Trick, Angel of Mischief, first turn kill. You are absolutely on the right path. Let me just see how much of this I can copy over. Some of the ones that this thing is putting in look a little goofy. I'm just going to clear this out for my sake. Yeah, so let's run down the extra deck ones first. Alucard. Bamboozle. Utopia. Utopia Prime. That one's ZS. Yes, it is. Sage. Where's Utopia? Utopia Future Slash. Sold. Celine. Gugaris. Angel of Mischief. Martial Metal Marcher. Three. Goshek. Prodicus. I think the hardest part about this one is just me trying to figure out what all these cards are. The only thing I can use is reference for that one, because this guy is not highlighting over what the cards actually are, is it is a Dark Link monster. Is it Cherubini? No, it's not. That is a good point. Yep. I've never heard of that card before. Codebreaker Virus Swordsman. Yep, that's the one. So now we actually have this up. Gotta try and position all these different videos screens so I can read everything at once. That should go. This looks like a mess, but I can read. That's the extra deck. Oh, I keep forgetting how to spell Armageddon. Oh, right, I'm still looking under Link. I did know how to spell Armageddon. How did I misspell Possessed? Why does it have 4 S's? Nefarious Archfiend. Got a Zephy. Got a 0 Day. Necroworld Banshee. Neospace Connector. Aquadolphin. A Quillbolt Hedgehog. A Rescue Ferret. A Sangan. A Shiranui Solitaire. Let me see. You know what? I do watch and learns. I can comment on this. Alright. Close that, close that. So, going to do something special with the watch and learn, I guess, which is going over how this first turn kill Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief works. So he opens up with Malicious, Connector, or Codebreaker 0 Day, Neospace Connector, Phantom Knights of Torn Scales, and Left Arm Offering. Summons Torn Scales, pinches Malicious to pitch the Phantom Knight's Cloak, banishes Cloak to add Phantom Boots to hand, summons Phantom Boots by its own effect, makes a Sold using both materials, uses a Sold, adds Avion to hand. A Sold will then send away 4 cards to summon Armageddon Knight. The Cursed Bamboo Sword in the graveyard will chain. Adds a Broken Bamboo Sword to hand. Armageddon Knight sends away Zephyros, activates the Bamboo Sword, uses Zephyros, bouncing the Bamboo Sword to summon itself. Armageddon Knight and Zephyros will make Dugarez the Timeless. Dugarez removes its materials to summon back the Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight sends Summoner Monk. Akashic Magician will be made using Isolde and the Armageddon Knight. Akashic Magician's effect will not go off because it's not in the target. Then make Celine using the Dugaress and the Akashic Magician. She gets 4 counters for the amount of spells in the grave. And she'll summon back the Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk will pitch the Broken Bamboo Sword to summon Shiranui Solitaire. Solitaire summons out the Unizombie. Unizombie pitches Necroworld Banshee. Then Unizombie and Solitaire will make Codebreaker Virus Swordsman. And if it's co-link, you can special summon Codebreaker at 0 day from hand, deck, or graveyard to any zone a link monster points to, which the Celine points to that one that the 0 day goes to. Then make a new Celine using your pre-existing one and the virus. She gains counters. Remove her counters to resummon Summoner Monk. The Tailwind of Gusto that was sent to your graveyard will activate, or you will activate it to banish it from your graveyard. Discard a Wind monster, which is what the Avian's for, to add a Gusto spell or trap to hand, which will be a new Tailwind of Gusto. Summoner Monk will then pitch that Tailwind of Gusto to summon Rescue Ferret. Then you make Utopic Sage using the 0 day and the Summoner Monk. Ferret will send itself back into the deck to summon Quillbolt Hedgehog, Vylon Sphere, and Sangan, enough monsters whose levels equal 6. Then you will summon the Awakening of the Possessed Nefarious Archfiend by sending the Celine as the spellcaster and face level 4 lower Earth monster, which is the Quillbolt, to the graveyard. On its summon, Nefarious will bring back the Unizombie, make Reproticus using Sangan and the Archfiend, add Silent Swordsman to hand using Sangan's effect. Quillbolt Hedgehog's effect will activate, summoning itself back to the field. Then Quillbolt and the Vylon Sphere will make the Martial Metal Marcher. The Marcher will summon back the Vylon Sphere, remove materials from the Utopic Sage to summon Ascended Sage, and then you tribute the Sage to summon Silent Swordsman. Then using the Ascended Sage and the Silent Swordsman, you make Utopia. Utopia's effect will activate and you will chain Necroworld Banshee. Necroworld Banshee will activate Zombie World. Utopic effect with the Ascended Sage will add Astral Force to your hand. Use Utopia to make Utopia Prime. Use Utopia Prime to make Utopic Future Slash. Rewind real quick. Use the level 3 Unizombie and Martial Metal Marcher to make Bamboozle Shadow. Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. Use Gossip Shadow's effect to attach itself and its materials to the Future Slash. Reproticus will change the type of the monster that Future Slash is to Dark. Then activate Astral Force to rank up F-Zero into Ghost Trick Alucard with 8 materials. Rank that up into Angel of Mischief. Use the Sword of Sparkles in your graveyard. Sword of Sparkles. Tribute one monster you control. Return this card from the graveyard to the top of your deck. You're going to tribute the Vylon Sphere on your field to return the Sword of Sparkles to the top of your deck. Vylon Sphere will then activate, equipping itself to Angel of Mischief as an equipped card. Send this equipped card to the graveyard. Target one equipped spell on your graveyard. Equip the target to the monster. So you're then getting rid of Vylon Sphere to equip her with XYZ Unit. If the equipped monster you control would detach its materials to activate its effect, detach this card as one of the materials instead. You're then going to use her effect to add Ghost Trick Parade to your hand by removing that equipped card. Then use her effect to attach card to the XYZ monster as material, which is Ghost Trick Parade. And that is the Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief first turn kill. So that was one playthrough of it. Yeah, also I want to give proper credit to this person. This video was made by Shellingford Duel Links. So they deserve the actual credit for at least bringing this deck to us. Let's see another go through of it. Can only go up to 720 on this. That's unfortunate. So they also open up with Torn Scales, Zombie World, Sword of Sparkles, Called by the Grave, and Aqua Dolphin this time. They summon the Phantom Knight of Torn Scales, pitching Aqua Dolphin, sending away the Cloak. Cloak will then use its effect to attempt to add boots to hand. Opponent uses Ash Blossom. Followed by the Ash Blossom. So he gets the boots to hand. Summon the boots by its own effect. Goes into a Sold. A Sold adds Avion to hand. He's needed for the Gusto card. Send away 4 cards to summon Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight sends away Zephyros the Elite. Activate Zombie World. Use Zephyros, bouncing Zombie World this time to summon itself. Make Dugares using Zephyros and Armageddon. Dugares will summon back Armageddon Knight, which this time will send Summoner Monk. Isolde and the Armageddon Knight will make the Akashic Magician. Then using those 3 monsters, make Selene, Dugares, and Akashic, that is. Summon Summoner Monk using Selene. Pitch the Sword of Sparkles to summon Solitaire. Solitaire tributes itself to set Unizombie. You don't need to use Unizombie's effect to send a card this time because he already has Zombie World in hand. Instead, he just makes Codebreaker Virus Swordsman. Codebreaker Virus Swordsman will summon Codebreaker 0 Day. Make a new Selene using Virus Swordsman and your pre-existing Selene. Selene resummons Summoner Monk. Uses the Gusto card in the graveyard, pitching the Avion to add a new Gusto card. Then use Summoner Monk to pitch the new Gusto card you just got to summon Rescue Ferret. Make Sage using the 0 Day and the Summoner Monk. Send away Rescue Ferret, summon Quillbolt Hedgehog, Vylon Sphere, and Sangan. Summon the Awakening Possessed Earth by getting rid of Selene and your Quillbolt Hedgehog. Summon back the Unizombie using the Nefarious Archfiend. Make Reproticus using Sangan and the Archfiend. Sangan will add Silent Swordsman to hand. Quillbolt Hedgehog's effect will activate, summon itself back to the field. Hedgehog and the Violent Sphere will make Martial Metal Marcher. Marcher will summon back the Violent Sphere. Now use Utopic Sage's effect to summon Ascended Sage. Tribute the Utopic Sage to summon the Silent Swordsman. Activate Zombie World. Make Utopia using the Ascended Sage, which will add Astral Force rank up to your hand, and Silent Swordsman as material. Turn Utopia into Utopia Prime. Turn Utopia Prime into Utopic Future Slash. Overlay the Martial Metal Marcher and the Unizombie into Bamboozling Shadow. Equip them all to Utopic Future Slash using Bamboozle effect. Use Reproticus to make Utopic Future Slash a Dark type. Activate Rank Up Magic Astral Force. Make Alucard. Use Alucard to make Angel of Mischief. Use the effect of your Sword of Sparkles, tributing the Vylon Sphere to set it on top of your deck. Use Vylon Sphere's effect to equip itself to Angel of Mischief. Use the effect of Vylon Sphere to send itself away to re-equip Angel of Mischief with the XYZ unit card in your graveyard that was sent away for Selene, or for Isolde sent that away at the very beginning. Use Angel of Mischief's effect to detach a unit to add 1 designated card to your hand, which is Ghost Trick Parade. Use Angel of Mischief's other effect to attach Ghost Trick Parade to it as materials. That makes 10, and you win. Yeah, it seems like this entire deck is... Let's switch this back to actual Master Duel. Yeah, it seems like a lot of this banks off of getting Torn Scales out on the field. So I'd say you could fill in this with whatever you think you need to get him on the field. So various other Phantom Knight searchers. Rhoda is not actually on this list, so you could fill in with that. The options abound. So let's fill this in. Let's see how far did I get. I got up to Chernobyl Solitaire. Silent Swordsman. Yeah, either of those I'd say would work because Torn Scales just works to get a sold. So once you get a sold out through your own means, you're off to the races. I guess Neospacian does provide a little bit of extra security if you want to check your opponent's hand for a hand trap. Unit Zombie. Where are you? Pylon Sphere. ZS. Ascended Sage. Yeah. If you just want to gain life points, I guess you could go for Hummingbird because it's turn 1, but it doesn't matter. And Dolphin's just the better safe play. So here we need a... Nope. Wrong one. Broken Bamboo Sword. And Cursed Bamboo Sword. Ghost Trick, Museum, Parade. Sword of Sparkles. XYZ unit. 2 Tailwind of Gusto. I actually traded in my Air Neo spec when the 2021 tins came out, just because it hasn't been released for years, and it was just sitting in my binder, and I'm never going to play it because it's not that impressive of a card. Also made those tins free, because a card that had 1 printing and was a first edition was worth a bit. Yeah. It was nice to have in the collection, but I've never really cared that much about the actual Neos fusions. Alright, so this is the actual... These cards are the core of the deck, so the rest of it I think would just be... What would you fill this with? Hang on a tick. I don't even have any Phantom Knights in this. Phantom Knights of Cloak, Boots, Torn Scales. Yeah. Oh, I also don't have Astral Force. What's kind of the shame of it is they keep making, in Power of the Elements, they made a bunch of more Neos cards, but none of them are about the Neospacians, really, no matter what they say. Yeah. Tis a damn shame, the evil these men do. Alright, other stuff you would want on this would be protection. So, 2 called by for hand traps to stopping. I know how word good. Let's bump you up to... Is there anything else we'd want protection from? If your opponent targets a card in your graveyard, let's assume you don't get to go first. That's true. So in that case... Yeah, Gusta's important because you need that to discard for Angel. So that one... That's the wrong button. Put that at 3. Just to save on materials. Bamboo sword. Yes, Rhoda. Rhoda's important to this because everything... Your good starters are warriors. Which I guess means you could run another copy of Connector. Trying to think what other cards would be good to add to this. Yeah, definitely Max C. Actually, I'm now trying to think, because a lot of these cards benefit from being sent to the graveyard. So do you actually want to Max C? Alternatively, in case your opponent has any negations on board from going first, Imperm would be a good one to have just to shut those off so you can actually go through with your plays. Actually, I know what this needs. Because you're not doing damage anyway, Dark Ruler no more to just completely shut off all your monsters' effects. And then it leaves one opening, which we'll still say is... Trying to think. I don't think Droplet is the best choice, so I'm going to say Imperm is how I would finish it off. You're right, clearing out back row. Yeah, let's ditch the Imperm. Knock that down to 1. Run Duster and Lightning Storm for back row removal. Connector at 2, I think, should be fine. And you have the Called Bias to prevent hand traps as much as you can. But other than that, I think this is probably about as good as it's going to get for helping make sure your plays grow through. This is as good as my brain can improvise it up to. Yep. So, gonna run this down real quick for anyone who might be listening to this in audio. Angel of Mischief, OTK deck. Run 1 copy of Elemental Hero Avion, 1 Vylon Sphere, 1 Quillbolt Hedgehog, 1 Sangan, 1 Neospatian Aqua Dolphin, 1 Unizombie, 1 copy of the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak, 1 Phantom Knight of Silent Boots, 2 Phantom Knights of Torn Scales, 1 Summoner Monk, 1 copy of Armageddon Knight, 1 Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, 1 Shiranui Solitaire, 1 Silent Swordsman, 1 Rescue Ferret, 1 Necro World Banshee, 2 Neospace Connectors, 1 Codebreaker Zero Day, 1 ZS Ascended Sage, 1 Awakening of the Possessed Nefarious Archfiend, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Rank Up Magic Astral Force, 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Broken Bamboo Sword, 1 Sword of Sparkles, 1 XYZ unit, 1 Cursed Bamboo Sword, 3 copies of Tailwind of Gusto, 1 Zombie World, 1 Ghost Trick Parade, 2 copies of Called by the Grave. In the extra deck, you are running 1 Martial Metal Marcher, 1 Number F0 Utopic Future Slash, Ghost Trick Alucard, number 75 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, number 39 Utopia, number S39 Utopia Prime, Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief, number 60 Dugariz the Timeless, ZS Utopic Sage, Akashic Magician, Isolde 2 Tales of Noble Knights, Reproticus, Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, and 2 copies of Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians. We'll call this version 1. Because everything I need to finish this deck is I would need Unizombie, Zombie World, those are the big ones, Isolde, another Selene. You're right. Angel of Mischief, first turn kill, version 1. So gathering up all the stuff that I need to make this is going to take a bit. I'm going to have to start delving into the zombie pack to get Zombie World and Unizombie, aren't I? I mean, I could, but kind of making my bones in Master Duel. Yeah, these are both from Abyssal Underworld. Selene is from Knowledge of the Myth Lords. Isolde is from Guided by the Noble Blade. Actually might want to try doing a Infernoble Charles Mill Your Opponent's Hand in 1 turn play at some point. So I might actually go into that pack. The rest are all supers, so I can sort of slowly fall into those. Champions of Hope. S39 is just from the generic pack. Yeah, there's a fair bit of stuff from here that I've already gotten. Duster, Reinforcement, Dark Ruler, Called by Lightning, Alucard, Angel, Utopia, 1 Selene already. Most of this is already here. I actually have all of the rare and belows. Yeah. Where's Utopic Future Slash come from? Champions of Hope. Let's see if the game feels like giving me a free roll. Nope. Just unlocks the pack. Bummer. Oh well. But this video has been going for an hour and a half. We've spectated a lot of matches, mostly live twins, a couple of flow-underees, no matter how much I don't enjoy seeing them. And we actually did some real watching and learning, looking at a first turn kill Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief play. The play just happens to burn through everything. No worries, Respawn. But this is something we can work towards in the future. Understandable. Sleep is important. Good resting, very crucial. I should know. I've seen professionals about it. Sleep professionals. Would you think I would be a sleep professional at this point? I've been doing it my whole life. I'll see you, Respawn. And I'll see you too, listener, viewer. If you caught the stream, thanks for watching. If you're catching the replay, thanks for that too. Goodbye.